Welcome back to another VR4 video. As you guys know, we finally got the VR4 fixed. It was actually a defective Walbro 255. It was an actual legit Walbro 255 from an actual legitimate supplier, which is what surprised me the most, because you usually expect parts to work from the get-go, but that just goes to show to always make sure that everything's working properly. But luckily I did have that extra Walbro 255 that I had for the previous DSM just laying around, so we were able to test it out. We also went ahead and fixed the fuel pump assembly, which I guess is a really common issue for a lot of you 3000 GT guys. So if you need to fix that, go check out that video. But today we're gonna go ahead and catch up on what we previously couldn't do, which was the install of the boost controller and the vacuum line delete. And I also have the coolant reservoir that we're gonna be installing today, and hopefully we're actually able to get some nice little pulls with the VR4. That first pull was honestly amazing because I've never pushed that car that hard, and it felt pretty fast. I'm not sure if the car is fast or if it's just because I was so used to that car being so slow that going that fast felt like I was in a rocket. So let's get over to Mace Performance, start working on the car, and let's see what happens. Good morning. You got the Evo 9. Looks like it's been sitting for a while. Evo 8 with a lime green BBS wheels. We got this little guy here. Actually, probably the biggest one here, but you got another 9, and then the GTR that Aaron's been working on. He does work on Mitsus and GTR, so if you guys need any work, he's out here in Ontario. I feel like he's really busy right now, though. What do you think, man?
It's beautiful, man. I love this color, like red. Like it's never my first choice. But
yeah.
You can't lie when it just looks good on
Dude,
some cars.
yeah, this is the one car, bro, that I feel like red looks just like amazing, which is why I kind of chose it. I wanted a blue initially. How do you know about these?
I've known about these cars for years, bro.
Before they were even a thing?
Yes. like when him and I met,
yeah,
he had his non-turbo Eclipse.
Yeah.
Then he got his GST.
Yeah.
Then got rid of the GST for that one in there.
Would you ever own one of these though?
I would, if I had space.
If you had the space?
If I had space, I would.
I definitely prefer these over the R32s, but there's nothing like the R34 in my opinion. I said let go. By the way, guys, Mitsubishi Hub shirts available, link in the description. And we're going to be installing this Turbosmart boost controller. So it's going to be basically more of an informational video if you want to do the vacuum line delete on your VR4, or if you're trying to install a boost controller on your cars. We're going to be focusing on deleting all those lines you guys see over there. I don't know why the previous owner made those yellow, but this isn't 2001 anymore, so we're going to be replacing that with some black ones. And like I told you, I do have this reservoir, which I'm most likely going to put somewhere around here, but the engine bay does look a little bit cleaner. It's getting there slowly but surely. I still have to get a cap. A fellow 3000 GT owner actually just sent me some MSD wires, so huge thanks to him. We'll be doing the install on those as well. I do want to replace the filter, and I do have an extra HKS blow valve I have laying around, but that one does vent to atmosphere, so I'm still not too sure. So I have both the stock and the vacuum line delete diagram here. I'll go ahead and post the screenshots on the video for you guys to screenshot yourself. Alright, so we're going to start off by installing the Turbosmart boost controller. The way to route it, okay, so basically you have two internal wastegates, one in the front, one in the back. There is a vacuum line that is attached. Yeah, I see the front wastegate right there. That little line on the right of it, right? Yeah. That attaches to a hard line, which then goes all the way to the back. Okay. That's attaching to the wastegate in the back. So that factory T right there, we're gonna run a vacuum line and then attach it to the boost controller here. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but basically it's gonna be vacuum line, hard line, vacuum line. That's internal wastegates. You have the factory T that's connected to the rear internal wastegate. You're gonna run a vacuum line to the boost controller on this side, and the other side of the boost controller is going to have another vacuum line that is going to attach to this piece on the intercooler piping.
This is just a mess. It's never gonna be the same.
Rip. Who puts yellow hoses on their car like that though?
Look, I'm not judging.
Mount the boost controller on the cruise control bracket, right?
Yep.
Oh, you got it. It's like surgery, huh? It's on though. There you go.
We'll
Yeah.
either put a cap on it
Or run into something else.
or use that as a source for your boost.
For the boost gauge? Okay, yeah, so we'll probably use that for the boost gauge then. So they no longer need these top
Yeah,
two, right?
we don't need those.
Okay, so we're just gonna basically do a little U. Bam. Either that or some caps, up to you. Okay. The fuel pressure regulator is getting its vacuum source from there and it runs straight there. So there all the way down to there. Now we're gonna go ahead and hook up the blow-off valve, which goes from here all the way to the intake manifold here. Boom. Blow-off valve is on. I thought it was gonna be a lot more work, but that's pretty much all you need to do to delete all this excessive stuff. Looks way cleaner. For the reservoir mounting, the bracket that it came with was right here. We're gonna go ahead and swap over to one of these and mount it right by the fuse box, right there.
Don't do this at home, kid.
Damn, like OEM, huh? Put this on here. And we now officially have an aftermarket reservoir as well. So we have reservoir, boost controller, vacuum line delete. Time to start this thing and take it on a test drive. Rev it a little bit. So that was actually the first couple pulls that I've done on the VR4, and I must say I am quite impressed with this car. Even though it's considered really heavy, It's really torquey, it's really like, it's zippy, so it actually moves its own weight quite well. I'm not too sure what the boost levels are just yet, but that's why we're gonna be doing the AEM boost gauge, AFR, and most likely water temp gauge install super soon. I'm kind of thinking on putting them inside the dash. Finally got the coolant reservoir on there. We went ahead and installed the Turbosmart boost controller on there, and we also finally got rid of those hideous yellow lines. I've hated those lines since day one. They were just super yellow, super out there, and without them, I mean, the engine bay just looks a little bit cleaner. So obviously it's not perfect, especially compared to a lot of you guys out there, but I've only had this car for I don't know how long. If you guys look back at the old videos though, and you guys see the actual progress that this VR4 has taken, surprises even me, honestly. Sometimes you don't realize how far you've gotten because you start tackling things little by little. You start taking out one thing here and one thing there, and eventually it starts becoming a full build, which is why I think money adds up really quick when you start building cars, because you start doing little things here and there, and next thing you know, you're like 20 grand into a car. I don't know how much longer it's going to keep going on, because I do want to move on to the Evo. So sorry for my 3S guys. Unless we blow the engine on this thing, then I'm gonna 4G63 swap. I'm sure a 4G63 swap being documented on YouTube for you guys would be pretty dope, but as far as right now, the car is perfectly fine, at least to what I know. There's a guy coming right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it to anybody that you think might appreciate some Evo VR4 DSM content. Other than that, I'll let you guys go. See you on the next one.
Listen.